The problem is that we've been conditioned to operate in this place of servitude in the world. When we say Black liberation, we're talking about having the freedom to practice self-determination, to be able to determine our own destiny, to be able to control the institutions that we rely on, to be able to love and relate with one another in the way that we choose. So there's a number of problems that we're addressing in our work. The primary problem is that of the Black community's connection to themselves and the world we live in. A lot of the inputs that we get about who we are and what our place in the world come from outside the community, come from hundreds of years of us being conditioned to believe that we are less than. And that is reinforced continuously through the media that we receive, keeping the community locked into a state of servitude. So we're addressing that through using media in a way that empowers, enriches, inspires people to see themselves, the world, in a different way.
The scrutiny police are supposed to be subjected to in the hiring process is changing nationwide.
We're the nation's largest nonprofit media company for Black Americans. And so that means that our mission is to inspire Black people to take liberating actions in the best interest of their own communities.
Identifying what's really important to our community, then using storytelling and narrative to amplify the concerns of the community in order to reach a critical mass of community members who are informed, empowered, and ready to engage.
You know, we understand that the system of white supremacy is very pervasive in this country and throughout the world. What we try to do then is all of our content is trying to flip that on its head and actually say, no, that's not the case at all, but actually Black folks are powerful, have their own histories and stories.
Martin Luther King Jr. had just been shot dead, and our people were distraught over the loss. But this famous television show was created by a group of concerned experts ready to challenge white supremacy in the most genius way.
We use history as a tool, and we send out daily stories to millions of folks that are a lot of short-form stories, some longer-form stories that engage, inspire, and empower people.
And then when these key tentpole moments come up, whether it's National Voter Registration Day or election week, we then try to activate those folks to take action.
If we say our issue areas are criminal justice reform and economic prosperity, what are the high-level actions that need to be taken that PushBlack can promote in order to get our community engaged in deeper ways? So that may look like shaping narratives that frame the criminal justice system in a new light, that inspires people to go and get more engaged with DA races, right? And take actions towards getting more progressive DAs in office. We might ask them to make a plan to vote, to share that they're voting with their friends and family, to check their registration.
And I think what's really powerful is that while our content isn't normally explicitly about voting or civic engagement, it is empowering content. So it draws that implicit connection where, you know, it's important to build power, and this is a way for the community to do that.
Tell me a bit about how your work is contributing toward that goal of liberation.
We're building political power. It's not just that, oh, one person is voting, it's that this entire community is voting at massive, unprecedented numbers together, unified. Then we theorize that elected officials will have no choice but to then listen if they want to continue to remain elected and be in power and create legislation.
I'm looking to build a world where Black folks have more control over the systems and the institutions that control our lives, where our humanity is valued, where we can just be.